Game news for August 31st, 2013. We're storming the brains, we're raising the barns, we're fridging the raids, and we're hatcheting the berries for your informational, entertainable enjoyments. I'm Chris, this is Mike.
Hello.
This is Grover.
Dude!
And where do we begin our news, Mike?
Well, the big news this week is from Nintendo. And not only did they announce price drops for the 3DS and the Wii U, down to $170 and $300 respectively, but they also unveiled the Nintendo 2DS, a slightly cheaper alternative to the 3DS for those who don't already have one and don't want the 3D to even be an option on their system. The system's kind of brick-like and is missing the folding case style that Nintendo's handhelds have had since the release of the Game Boy Advance SP. Obviously, though, this is not meant to be a replacement for the 3DS. Nintendo also announced that 3 titles will be rolling out on November 22nd, those being the Wii U's Super Mario 3D World, which is the Cat Mario, and Mario Party Island Tour, and the 3DS Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds, which is the sequel to A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo.
Ah, so that's its official new name.
Yes.
And Sony Online Entertainment is working on releasing EverQuest next, but like every other game company has suffered some layoffs this week. The statement didn't account for how many were actually removed, but both the Austin and San Diego studios were affected.
EA's CEO, Peter Moore, made a statement at Gamescom last week of, we're seeing more and more of the online experience being part and parcel of every game. We don't ship a game at EA that is offline. It just doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, we don't deliver an offline experience anymore. Okay. Naturally, that made some waves in the gaming community, but this week, EA made sure to note that this doesn't mean games can be played offline anymore, which EA's announcement last week that Sims 4 would not be forced to be always online like SimCity's reboot.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank God. Meanwhile, their Humble Origin bundle was a resounding record-breaking success with more than 10.5 million raised for charity out of the sales of some 2.1 million bundles sold. With 2.1 bundles sold, not sold.
Your soul is mine.
Though, as a comment pointed out, should the word humble be allowed to be alongside the A? And yeah, if they're doing it for charity, then that's fine.
The hotly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 5 is just weeks away now, and the official trailer was launched this week alongside other details about a hierarchy system for its multiplayer, while also revealing that the game will have a whopping 15 radio stations with 240 licensed songs on top of the series, getting a legit scored soundtrack teamed between the legendary Tangerine Dream and Red Dead Redemption / LA Noire composer Woody Jackson.
Though Sony made a bit of news regarding Grand Theft Auto 5 when they responded to a tweet saying GTA 5 is going to be amazing, especially on the PS4. Rockstar clarified the error as a typo, and Sony apologized for it. GTA 5 is coming to the PlayStation 3 with no plans for a PS4 version at this time.
I got some people's excitement up there for a second. But while GTA is stealing all the thunder, Unconventional Saints Row 4 is proving that different and crazy can lead to great things, being not only a critically beloved title at this point with its fun over all else mentality of gameplay, but now a commercial success as well, as it's garnered over 1 million units sold on its first week, a number many games have never seen in their entire lifetime.
Bethesda is looking to make their Elder Scrolls Online game a bigger success on the Xbox One, and are pressuring Microsoft to completely drop the need for Xbox Live Gold to need to play the upcoming MMO. The reasons for this is Bethesda's announcement of their own subscription fee for the game, a still fairly common practice for online role-playing games. The PC version will be $15 a month. The PS4 and Xbox One versions don't have a confirmed price yet, while this conversation is still ongoing. It's not likely to happen, though, as World of Tanks already went through this, and its CEO, Victor Kisley, went on record saying he wasn't happy about it.
And some rapid fire, as Last of Us 1.03 patch is largely a tweet patch, but it also adds a multiplayer mode called the Interrogation. So, 2 teams of 4 players battle each other out by capturing and interrogating enemies to get information that leads to a supply location. Thus, it's an all-out race of seeing who can get there first. And Walking Dead and its new DLC 400 Days will be heading to the Ouya this winter, with Episode 1 being absolutely free. And meanwhile, Bungie's Pete Parsons wants to see their Destiny universe get as big as Halo, or even bigger, to put right up there with Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Good luck with that one.
Shadow of the Eternals failed their recent reattempt at Kickstarter again, but they vow they aren't giving up, saying they will pursue other venues until the game sees completion. What, that good? While Chris Roberts' Star Citizens has become the ultimate record for crowdsourcing, it reached $15 million just last month and has added another $2 million just over the last 30 days. It shows no signs of slowing either, while the game is anticipated to release in 2014. That game looks very interesting.
I think
everybody's gonna play it.
You could put like 3 movie budgets in that.
Yes, you could. Crowdsourcing.
GameStop closed over 50 stores in the last few months, but opened several in that time period and still have a strong 6,500 worldwide locations operating. Apparently, at least in North America, every store manager will be getting both a PlayStation 4 with 7 launch games and a free Xbox One as well. GameStop isn't the only ones getting free Xbox Ones either. Everyone who works full-time at Microsoft's interactive entertainment business will be getting a free white edition of the Xbox One with all the first-party launch games.
Lame.
How can I get a part of that? Anyway, Arc Systems Works, best known for their fighters like Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, are now diving into dungeon-crawling RPGs. Yep, Stardust Amazonas for the 3DS will be out in Japan come November 14th, but for your fighting game community fix, Spawn will indeed be available after all, along with Heihachi for Soul Calibur 2 HD version. Of course, we won't get Link in there from the GameCube version, but hey, it's still cool, right? And King of Combat, that Chinese online fighting game I can't really pronounce his real name to, is coming out to the iOS, though only for Asian countries once again. And this really isn't fighting game news, and yet it is. King of Fighters is returning with a brand new game getting launched into beta in Asian countries, but it's not the MMO King of Fighters Online that was once in the works and then cancelled. It's a MOBA. You heard right. SNK is
MOBA.
Jumping on the MOBA bandwagon.
I
Okay.
see what they've done.
It actually kind of makes sense. I can see that working, except for the little, what do they call it, the creeps? I don't know what they would do for creeps, but...
Yeah.
So that is game news for August 31st, 2013. PAX Prime is going on right now, literally right now in Seattle.
Right now.
And there's supposed to be some interesting announcements. We haven't seen too much come out of it yet in the day and a half it's been running. But we'll stay on top of that for next week's game news. And speaking of next week, we'll see you then.
See you next
Goodbye.